Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Michelle and I am here to do a reading for water signs, excuse me, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, wherever you have those in your chart. We all have them somewhere, so there could be something in here for you. It's my intention. Um, that's my intention, that there's something in here for everyone. Excuse me again. Um, and so take what resonates and leave the rest because, of course, you know your story best. So I'm going to start with my wisdom of the oracle to see what's going on. And then I'll clarify with some other decks. So let's begin. And JoJo made it. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here with your caps lock. And thanks to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And happy Leo season. Change the calendar. And yeah, we are currently, this reading is timeless, but as I'm doing it, we are in the 8-8 portal. Coming up on the portal, but it's like a time frame. So you get manifesting. Make your list, write down what you want, meditate, pray, think about, intend all the good that you want to come into your life. All right, here we go. Serendipity, as I just said, intend all the good coming in. That's beautiful. Not for you. Hmm. Orphaned. Interesting. Hmm. Well, first of all, I just want to acknowledge they're all in the upright. And I believe that, well, I don't know. I don't know if any of the other elements had all the cards in the upright. There's, starting off with serendipity. This is being in the right place at the right time. This is things just falling into place without even having to try. The winds of fortune and um, I'm trying to think of all the adjectives. I'm not great about unpacking my adjectives, but you're being lifted to so there's a lot of good around you or coming in for you. And so it makes me think that there's maybe you have options. Maybe there are some opportunities. There's a lot of different opportunities coming your way. And you want to be very discerning about what you choose. This this is very clear that there is something that's not for you. And it could be the situation that you're in right now where in order to claim your success and your fortune and all the good things coming in, you have to walk away from some. There's something that's not for you that probably deep down, but you're reaching for anyway, or you're tempted to reach for because so it because otherwise you'll end up it's almost like self-sabotage. The orphan card, it's like it's about abandonment. It's about being left in the cold, sadness and grief, losing your tribe. But the beautiful thing about the orphan card is that you have the ability to pick yourself back up. And I feel like it loops back around to this. I mean, this is such an interesting progression. So it could also be speaking to where it seemed like everything was going good, but then there's something that you chose that's not for you that has left you feeling sad. Take it as it resonates, of course. Um, Remember that no situation stays the same forever. It can feel that way, especially if you're in this kind of energy where you just, you can feel like hopeless, lost, abandoned, whatever. But as long as you work on processing those feelings, you're going to come out of it. You're going to come, the wheel's always turning, the pendulum's always swinging. The cycle will come back to one where it's good again, where you feel uplifted and excited and joyful, and like once again things are lining up for you. So let's just dive in and see what's going on here. Um, this could be, these cards are cautioning you to make the right choice. It could be what's already happened, and so now you have to figure out how to pull yourself out of some situation. Let's see. We've got the King of Wands, the High Priestess. So the King of Wands, um, somebody with fire in their chart, perhaps. Um, come on, brain. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Here we have Cancerian energy. And the Chariot, Cancerian energy once again. This feels like this feels like a fated meeting. Somebody in your life who's come into your life who's very passionate. He's my hell yes guy. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. But maybe maybe this is somebody, and by the way, gender doesn't matter. This is just energy, can be male or female. But ultimately, this person, maybe meeting them seemed like serendipity. Like someone came into your life and it was like, wow, like they came in with a vision or some kind of inspiration, something where they were like, yes, I see, what we can do to move forward. And with the High Priestess, this feels like both of these, I mean, Cancerian energy, but it's in the watery realm where you're tapping into your intuition. You're not saying yes or no. Or yeah, because the High Priestess is very silent. She just holds all of her knowledge to herself. I feel like water people with water in their chart typically can be very good at this because they've learned over time that they have to protect themselves. Cancers in particular, but I think it's kind of across the board. Um, because, and I'll say we, because I have a fair amount of water in my chart. Um, you get hurt enough and you kind of want to protect yourself. And so, it feels like tapping in to your intuition to determine if you should go along with this. And like I said, at first it seems like it's really good, but then you get the hit that this really isn't for you. And so you jump on your horses, on your carriage, and drive away. Now, you could be literally driving away, you could be moving, you could, but there's certain victory here. It's kind of because there's the black and the white horse, it's getting different elements to go in the same direction. Not easy, but doing it successfully. And that's, oh, so maybe that's what this card is speaking to, is you are riding towards your victory after figuring out that this person, whatever they're offering, you're saying no, and that's leaving them out in the cold. That could be possible too. They're feeling hurt, orphaned, um, b- abandoned. But you had to follow your instinct, your intuition. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to my guardian tarot. Hey, the sun made it. Hello. Welcome. Ooh, solving a mystery. How very exciting. Okay. So yeah, Guardian Tarot, we have the Ace of Swords. There's your truth and clarity right there. Seven of Cups. I When I was first talking about the cards, I was thinking about the Seven of Cups because I was talking about maybe you have options and realizing maybe one of those options is not for you. Not all options are. And 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Truth and clarity about options that you have. And this card, this showed up in, I believe, in the air sign reading that I just did. There's kind of a church here, which speaks to me of spirituality, tapping in to some kind of deeper connected part of yourself, to something beyond the 3D. And by connecting to that, and this card falls on top of the high priestess, you're maybe you're developing a meditation practice, maybe you're just getting yourself out in nature and connecting with the energies around you. Somehow you are finding a way to connect to your higher power, to the universe, to figure out what is not for you. Because in doing that, by process of elimination, you figure out what is for you, and that's what brings you victory in the in in terms of like ultimate fulfillment in a very physical sense. This is about family, it's about prosperity, uh I want to say longevity even, um creating a legacy for yourself. It's about family. It's all the things. It's, the sunflower, like there's a blossoming, a blooming here. Sunny and bright and warm. And this kind of, it's like it's the creepy tree friend in the sky, kind of looking down on you. Kind of there's a it's you're being protected, you're being guided. So, wow, this just keeps getting better and better cuz yeah, you're getting the clarity you need. You're learning the truth about a situation, but also about yourself and what's right for you. So let's go to. I'm gonna use my Mystic Mondays deck. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and I did say at the beginning of the reading that the wheel is always turning. And the Eight of Swords. And the Two of Wands. Once again, we have a choice to make. Maybe, you go from the Seven of Cups where you have all these different choices and you start to whittle it down and then you get to the two. This it feels like it makes me think of kind of like a oh, come on, brain. Like games, the kind of what are they called? Come on, brain. Um Games on TV where you have all the contestants and then it gets down to the two. I don't know, maybe like I never watch it, but like The Bachelor or something, for example. And you whittle out, you get rid of the ones that are really obvious and easy, and you get down to the two, and you're like, which one do I choose? I don't know. And there's there's some kind of karma attached to this choice. Some kind of feels like a sense of fate. But it's all, because the wheel of fortune, it's all about cause and effect. Your choices determine your fate. Fate isn't necessarily pre-written, if that's the right way to say it. It's like because we have free will, we have any number of possible outcomes depending on the choices we make. And so here you are knowing that the choice you make is it's crucial for how you move forward, and you have so much anxiety about this. And you have an idea about what you want. Two of Wands, often it's not in this card. This card seems like, the two choices are equal. And sometimes in some cards it's like the character has their hand on one of the wands, like they've already chosen. And usually I read the card that way, but I think in this case you could feel very equally torn between the two things. And what do? You don't know. You there's an incredible amount of anxiety here, and being blindfolded. This lands on top of the high priestess and the seven of cups. So it's like, you know, the high priestess, she has her eyes closed in order to see. Because if you look, you can actually see her eyes under there. So um once again, eyes closed so you can see. And the way she's standing, typically, like in the eight of in other decks, the eight of swords, the person is tied up and feeling stuck. She looks like she's using her intuition and her mind, her logic, her reason to figure out something, not moving, just kind of assessing how do I get out of this sort of prison. And that's typically what the eight of swords is. It's a mental prison. But there's a sense that you are taking your control back through meditating, through communing with your higher power. And you're going to figure out what you need to choose, what the right choice is for you. I feel like that, you keep at this and it will happen. So, I'm going to go with my tarot of mystical moments. Red Beard is here. Oh my god. You made my voice crack. Good to see you, sir. Glad you made it. Hello. All right. We've got 5 of cups. 2 of wands again. Justice. So, uh, here we have this choice again. Is this something where one of your choices will relocate you, take you to another part of the world? There's grief and sadness here. And it's so interesting. This, even though it doesn't fall in the same pile, I was thinking of the 5 of cups when I pulled this card because there's grief and sadness here. There's a feeling of loss. But nicely, with the 5 of cups, there's always a silver lining. There's always something to hope for. Once you're finished with the grieving process, you can turn and look like, focus on the beauty that's still there, that's still growing. So ultimately, it kind of feels like that choosing means you have to let something go that you don't want to let go. It's just inevitable. Whatever thing you choose, the other one falls away. If you stay here, then you miss your opportunity to go somewhere else, to start a new life, to do whatever thing is drawing you. But if you go, then, I don't know, you're not around your friends and family anymore. You have to leave a good job, or your uh, house, or whatever it is that's keeping you, like, you are equally torn. But because of justice here, it's it's going to work out. Libran energy, finding the balance. And the sword of justice, it's similar to me, it's very similar to the ace of swords, which is also kind of a sword that cuts away all the unnecessary stuff to reveal what is truly right for you. That's how you gain the truth and the clarity. So, whatever, keep in mind, there are no wrong choices in our lives pretty much ever, because you either choose and it works out how you hoped it would, or you choose and you realize that's probably not the right choice, or definitely not the right choice. But now you've learned what the right choice is. Now you know what to do to pivot. And sometimes choosing something can keep you stuck for a while, like in your circumstance, but there's a reason for it. There's a lesson to be learned. The lesson is always the gift, and it's always leading you towards the next thing. So there's never a wrong choice. It's hindsight that teaches us, well, probably shouldn't have done that. I wish I would have tried this other thing. But because you made that choice, that's what you were supposed to do. And maybe it, that particular choice sets you on the track for something really good to come in. And had you not made that choice that you feel is quote unquote wrong, you wouldn't get to the thing that's really right. So, it just makes me think of, like, for example, say you decide to move somewhere in the world, and then you get there and all the things go wrong. You hate the place, you hate the people, your house sucks, your job sucks, whatever. But now you're in a new place. And so now you're figuring out, like, you're forced to figure out the next thing. Like, well, I don't like my job, so I need to find a new one. And then you do. And then it turns out it's way better than where you were to begin with. Right. I mean, I've had so many things happen like that for me in the last couple of years, where it started out like really funky and stressful and bad, but then it ended up where I'm like, "Oh my god, this is awesome. This is why that happened." Right? So anyway, there's something really, you're going to find the balance. You're going to get the justice that you hope for. You're going to choose correctly because it's the right choice for you ultimately. So take it easy on yourself. If you are experiencing anxiety, you will choose correctly. Okay, I'm going to finish with a rune card. Ah, Perthrow. This was the very first rune card I chose in this deck. And I've been talking about meditation, tapping in, to your intuition, to, ultimately that part of you that's directly connected to the universe, to your higher power. And by the way, I've said this before, meditation doesn't have to be sitting down, closing your eyes. And by the way, if you do find yourself falling asleep when you meditate, do it first thing in the morning right after you wake up. Unless you've only gotten 4 hours of sleep. If you've gotten enough sleep, I should say, you probably won't fall asleep. But you can like get into that zone pretty easily because you're still in that kind of sleepy zone headspace. Anyway, this is tapping in. He's got his little furry buddy, fur buddy. What am I even saying? I don't know. And then I'm really drawn to the mountain in the background there. There's something in order to get up the mountain, you have to tap in first. And maybe that mountain is a part of your literal journey. I don't know, maybe you're going to go climb a mountain. Maybe you're going to go move where there are mountains. Let's see what Perthrow is all about. You just find it. These are not numbered, so I just have to flip through. There we go. Okay. Perthrow. This rune card suggests the revelation of secrets or hidden knowledge. You could soon receive important information or learn something that sheds light on a situation that has frustrated or confused you. There will soon be a significant revelation of some kind, but the most likely source of that revelation will be from the intuitive wisdom already within you. That's right. Drawing this card could be a sign that you would benefit greatly from taking some time out to meditate and become more attuned to the still, calm voice within that knows what's in your best interest. Oh, what's in your best interest. In addition, it could also be a warning that you're being distracted from what really matters by external or material forces. What is external can never bring you fulfillment. Within you is all the magic, mystery, excitement, and knowledge that you need for a rewarding and successful life. So that makes me think that this serendipity card that we started with may be the distraction. This King of Wands, whoever came in with some kind of like exciting idea, all passionate and like, yeah, let's do this. Maybe you were distracted for a while and then you or maybe you will be distracted for a while. You are distracted. It's coming up. Everyone's on a different timeline, but ultimately, you're going to go within, um, tap in however you do, and realize that all the shiny things in whatever thing is kind of pulling on you. You're going to be like, nope, I know what to do. I'm going to follow my own uh, counsel, guidance, and rein those different parts in, get them going in the same direction. I was just talking about unity versus, uniting people rather than dividing them. And it starts within. Everything that we see in the world around us is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So if you notice a lot of division in the world around you, what's happening within? Are you feeling divided, like in the masculine and feminine part of yourself? You know, we were born into this dualistic world, and it's very natural for us to to get out of balance, to lean one way over another way. And this is about this victory and success comes, and the justice comes from merging those parts. So anyway, this is really good. Within you is all the magic, mystery, excitement, and knowledge that you need for a rewarding and successful life. Yeah, absolutely. That's really good. So yeah, that's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope, excuse me, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.